Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you one of those kind of special cases with this Kamaka concert ukulele here. For those of you who are familiar with Kamaka ukuleles, you can pretty much notice that this one just looks a little different in a few regards compared to a normal HF2, or that's the model name of the concert series with Kamaka. Well, first of all, this is a 2011 model, and back then, rewinding to 2011, which is 12 years ago, Kamaka doesn't really do special orders. Nowadays, they're a little. It's a lot more accessible to order kind of one-off little details and trying to customize, doing semi-customs or just kind of changing up the stock model a little bit. But if you rewind 12 years ago, that's kind of not the case, and it's very hard to go ahead and try to put in a change like this. So playing a 2011 instrument from Kamaka with one upgraded, really nice curly coil wood with Kamaka. Nice big grain patterns here. Again, this is still a stock model, so you're not gonna find any bindings or shell inlay or any of the more custom kind of stuff. But for Kamaka, yeah, this is really nice curly coil on their instruments here on the sides, and then even here on the back, really nice grain patterns here and book matched really well. But like I was mentioning, this is still a concert size ukulele, but what's really good about this one, again, is because of the more custom like specs from years ago, has the upgraded wood, like I just mentioned. But then here on the fretboard, it is a tenor scale length. So you have essentially a tenor size neck, 17.25 inches from the nut to the bridge of the body. So you have an extra 2 inches of scale length. So you're playing pretty much a tenor size ukulele with a concert size body, and you're gonna get a concert size sound from the instrument. And then another thing that's different about this is that the Kamakas back then had tuners that were face down, and they were more of those friction tuners. If any of you were familiar with those back then, it was the same kind of mother of pearl color like this, but it was a thicker tuners that kind of stuck down like this, and you would have to twist and turn it. I would know because I currently own, or that was one of my very first nice ukuleles that I ever got when I was, I think, 2009. I got a concert size Kamaka, so I still own it to this day, and it literally pretty much looks like this same kind of sail like headstock, but it didn't have these tuners here on the side. It was sticking more down and the kind of thicker tuners. This is what you would typically find on a tenor size instrument, with the tuners that would stick outwards just like this with the mother of pearl design on the end. But other than that, yeah, this is your pretty much concert like HF2. I guess it would be like an HF2L, which is the long neck, which is the tenor size neck, but then it even had the customization of putting the usual tenor size tuners that would stick out here on the instrument. For me personally, I always thought, like when I was younger and I got my concert Kamaka back then, I always thought this was such a sick design. I always thought this looked so much better than the typical crown headstock that Kamaka has. But as I got older, I think it looks great too still, but I can appreciate the other headstock as what it currently is right now. But I always thought this was such a cool design when I was younger. Still is, but just kind of very nostalgic for me to kind of see this headstock. And then playing again a 2011 model, and then I think mine is again like 2009. So yeah, it just feels very nostalgic. The fretboard and everything else about it just feels very familiar to me. So this instrument has really opened up over the years, so it has just a nice, big, warm, inviting sound. I mean, the Kamaka sound is pretty much one of the more traditional sounds, or if not the most traditional ukulele sound you can get out there. But as you can hear, very warm, inviting, open. I mean, this instrument has been played and loved. I mean, listen how big that sound is. It's almost kind of hard to believe that it's a concert. It has a nice, mature, big sound. Again, nice, warm resonance, and the sound, just all the strings mesh really well together. So here we go. And here's what this instrument would sound like with a little bit of strumming.